Nothing like a cup of hot coffee on a cold morning. So let's go ahead and jump into it, guys. As you can guess from the title, this is a gear review. My call sign is Blitz. I'm the head honcho in charge here. And in order to make this gear review actually interesting, since 99% of any gear review you find on YouTube is boring as all hell, hate to say it, that's just the truth, we're gonna compare this new budget bug out bag that I got from Roaring Fire Gear to my tried and true, used and abused FILBE assault pack that I've had for like 7 years. This is standard issue gear to the Marines. This is the gear that they take overseas, so you can expect it to be built rugged, built tough, and basically bomb proof. So how does a budget bug out bag from overseas compare to mil-spec gear? I don't know, but we're gonna break down the size, the dimensions, the capacity, and all the specs between these two packs to see if this budget bag really stacks up and it's really worth the money, which is not much money. It's like less than $40. So let's go ahead and jump into it, starting now. But hold up for a second, guys. We can't do any tech specs, any comparison until we take the actual pack out for a test run and see how well it works. There's a 4-mile loop down to the river and back that I absolutely love. It's a beautiful, crisp Florida winter morning. So what's a better thing to do first thing in the morning? Go for a hike, test out some new gear, and added bonus, I'm gonna drop by an old shelter site of mine and see if it's still there. So let's go ahead and hit the trail. All right, guys, so listen, I think we're getting close to the shelter site. I think it's been 6 months since I've actually been out here, so obviously things have changed a little bit. It's a lot more open though. Obviously, a lot of the growth and vegetation, underbrush is dead, so should be easier locating this site. This is the spot that I had planned on building a permanent super shelter at. So started on that project, spent a couple nights out here, got back to my car in the morning and it was surrounded by park rangers and they were about to call the police. And I'm like, what's the problem, guys? And they're like, listen, we thought you went out in the woods and committed suicide. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Well, apparently this area is a popular spot to kill yourself. I don't know why, it's beautiful, but maybe if you wanted to die in a beautiful area, then that's cool. But kind of like, you know how the Japanese do, they go on that suicide forest and hang themselves. Apparently the same thing goes on out here. So when they saw my car parked overnight, they thought I'd come out here and pop myself, which ain't gonna happen. So I kind of was like, yeah, it's a little hot over there. I'm going to chill out and come back later. So here we are. Let's find that shelter site, and I need some damn coffee. So I was able to find the shelter site without any issues, which is pretty cool, and nobody has messed with it, destroyed it. You can see I got a little pile of wood going on right there. Fire reflectors collapsed a little bit, but overall, you could totally crash here for the night. No biggie. The only thing I noticed was this giant, looks like, cedar fell right there and nearly clipped the shelter. So that would have been the big suck. In the middle of the night, a tree falls on your ass and kills you. But anyways, let's take a quick coffee break and then we'll get back on the trail. First impressions so far are good. This is even better than the other budget pack I had. And I don't know what's going on, but there has been this surge of packs from China, overseas, wherever, and they are kicking ass in quality and all around. And for the price, I think, what is this retail for? Like $30 or $40? you're not going to get a better deal. It is really solid quality. I really like this compression strap a lot, the one that goes right here, because it really pulls this load even tighter against you. And then of course, compression straps, 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and then these 2 on the bottom that I'm using for my sleeping mat. But overall, solid pack, comfortable, and you know, for 2 miles of use, and I've been out here about an hour ducking through woods and you know, getting a little muddy in the process, it's been good to go. But all that being said, let's check on our coffee. What's going on? I think it's boiling. Yes. I told you it happens quick. Right about 2 minutes. All right guys, coffee break over. Let's get back on the trail. We're gonna have to cut through the woods about a quarter mile to actually get back on the real trail. And all along, we're gonna have to avoid, there's like this alligator infested pond right to my north, which last time I was out here, man, there was so many alligators. From the croaking sounds they make, they basically sound like a really, really pissed off, angry cross between a bullfrog and a wild boar. But there was a ton of them out here, and they're everywhere here in Florida. I think for like every human there's 5 alligators, something like that. Maybe I'll post some stat up here. But anyways, let's avoid the alligators, get back on the trail, get back home, then we'll jump into the specs on this pack and compare it to my my mil-spec USMC Issue FILBE assault pack. Okay guys, let's go ahead and jump into those tech specs. I'm really curious to see how this budget China Strong bug out bag matches up against my mil-spec FILBE assault pack. On the surface, you might think, hey, there's like no competition between the two, but I have a feeling that my budget bag is going to stack up pretty well, but let's find out. So first, I want to point out the big differences between these two packs. The Roaring Fire pack is $36.99 and the FILBE assault pack in new condition is $150. Now, when I say 150, that doesn't mean like they're just all over the place on the market. They're hard to find in new, unused condition. The majority of these packs out there are used and abused, turn-ins from overseas deployments, so we're talking, you know, rips and tears and busted zippers. So if repairing backpacks is your thing, then yeah, you could probably get one for about $50 to $100 in decent condition. Now, capacity-wise, the Roaring Fire gear pack is bigger, 45 liters versus 38. So you get an extra 7 liters of space with this Roaring Fire pack versus the FILBE assault pack. And finally, the FILBE pack has a removable plastic stiffener panel. Well, this new one does not. Now, what does that mean? Well, it means that you can put the stiffener panel in and create a solid barrier between your bag and your back. So you can be a little fast and loose on how you pack your bag and not worry about something like poking you in the back, and it just kind of stiffens things up a little bit. This new bag doesn't have it, but I'm sure you could go to your local home improvement store and probably make your own. Now, let's go ahead and jump into the nitty-gritty details on each one of these here packs. Okay, that's it guys. You've seen the star of this video, the budget bug out bag from Roaring Fire Gear. Big shout out to them and thanks for sending this pack in for review and basically making this video happen. So I appreciate that. Now, you've seen the pack in action, you've seen it up close and personal, and you've also seen it compared to the FILBE Assault Pack. So I think that's enough information for you to get a good idea of what you're working with when you actually think about purchasing this bag. So drop me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on the matter. And there's also this whole thing like Black Friday thing going on here, I guess. You know, that's like when people stampede stores and like trample each other to death to get deals. Well, you don't have to do any of that. I'm going to hook you up with some deals right here from the comfort of your computer. And you can just use them, right? Because the bag is already cheap enough, but I'm going to give you a deal to make it even cheaper. So make sure to look in the pin post for information on that and for the rest of the gear that I may have shown in this video. It's all linked up down there below. I appreciate the support, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. And if you have not done so already and you've made it to this point of the video, hit that subscribe button. I appreciate it. See you next time. Peace.